Here we go again, y'all. This thing is tripping. It was sitting just fine, and the minute I started trying to record, it started sliding down. Really? Okay. Y'all know how them teachers used to do y'all back in the day, them grandmamas and stuff, and their mamas look over them glasses, you know you're in trouble. Okay. So, yesterday, well, it was yesterday for me. So I don't know when it's going to be when you see this video. But I just worked on part part two of the video. And I've got to get it edited. Okay. So, my glasses might be reflecting that back there. Hold on. Let me see, because it might be. Okay. So now y'all get the light up there. So I apologize for that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is how to create a journal for Amazon KDP. Beginner step by step. Okay. And this is part one, actually. And this is what I'm doing is journaling is a way of sometimes people's way of expressing themselves. You know, it's a way of recording. I used to be with, I hear people use words like now, like narcissists and stuff like that. And I pretty much understand what they mean by that. But, you know, when somebody like to play you for crazy, when you put something down and they go move it and they say you didn't put it there, you know, or they went somewhere, you went somewhere, you said something. I literally start to be, whatever the name is, stigmatism, whatever that word is, for them, that long word for the recorders when they sit there. And I used to want to be one of them. You know, we sit there in the courthouse and you be typing and they be typing away shorthanded, you know, doing that shorthand typing. Stenographer or whatever they call them. But anyway, y'all know what it is. I felt like I had to become that. You understand what I'm saying? I had to become that in my household because things always seem to get moved. You know, or I was feeling like I was being played for crazy. And I didn't like that, you know. And that's one thing I could say that I was really proud of being where they would say I was 4.0. Because it gave me proof that I knew I could remember what I needed to remember when I need to remember it. And passing the test under a camera and knowing that I'm sitting here and this is coming out of here. Not off of somebody's, you know, and cheating and stuff like that. No, it was coming out of here. That means I was able to retain it and I knew what I saw, I knew what I heard, I knew what I was supposed to bring out as far as the correct answer. And that's the same way it is with daily life. And a lot of times you find yourself around people that want to play you for crazy, you know. But some people just like writing. I love writing. So, you know, it's just a way of recording your life, you know, as well as when you want to manifest. It's definitely a positive, a powerful manifesting tool that you can use on a daily basis, you know. You just write it down. What you think the Bible is? What you think the word is? Yes, some things might have been changed in it. Some people might have tried to adjust some things. But like I said, what you take from it is going to be taken from you. What you add to it is going to be added to you. So you need to leave it alone, you know. But some people have tried that. But anyway, you know, first before you get ready to create a journal, you know, you need to ask yourself, what is the reason why I want to make a journal? You know, what is it? What do I want people to get out of it? You know, and you already know, yes, your blessing is going to be financially. That is the purpose, you know, that you get a financial blessing for the time and effort that you put into being able to create something that somebody can take and just sit and make notes. Now, I have two of them with me, two of my journals with me. The one that I said that I really like, I really had to take time to get it, where it's basically like a adult journal, which is a body, mind, and spirit. Somebody got me for that one, y'all. I do believe I'm going to have to order another one for myself. Somebody got me for that one because I can't find it. But this one is the weekly. This is my weekly planner. And this one, it has the dates of the week, you know. And then Sunday down here with the heart. And then you can make notes, okay. So, and this has a different texture. I don't know what kind of texture you call that, but this one is a different texture. And this photo, if you look at this photo, this is a photo that I took of the sky where I moved from, where I had my house. I would get out sometime in the daytime and I go to Walmart and stuff to pick up groceries for me and my baby and stuff, whatever. And I doing the pickup and I would sit and take photos of the sky and different things. Like that's how I got on some of my videos. And then this was a part off of KDP, I do believe, or whatever in here. But this picture part, this is mine. That I took a photo and then I uploaded it, of course, and then I was able to use my own photo. So you can use your own photos. You can make the cover however you want to make the cover. You can draw if you're a drawer, draw it and upload it and put it on there. And this is the other one. Now this one, reason why on when you see the series, you're gonna see that I chose the age 9 to 18 plus, because young girls should be given stuff like this. This should be something that's private though for them, not for some grown person to go through nosing in their business, because they need to learn how to have privacy, even with parents to a point, because they need to know that, well, if something happened, I might have to read this, and they may withhold putting the truth about some things because they know the parent might have to read it in case something happens. So it's a thin line right there, of trust and privacy and respect, but like in organizations and programs, that's what I was trying to see if I can get it, get them ordered and give them to the girls, young girls and even young boys, but I have to change the cover, of course. Because they need something too. They need something to be able to journal and write down their experience and the things they're going through in life, as well as when I say about the privacy and the respect, it teaches them to start setting boundaries. It teaches them to start having that respect. You understand what I'm saying? For somebody else's stuff. If they just happen to come across somebody's journal, book, or whatever, they know that that's not my business. That's not for me to pick up and read. Because now we got a lot of people that just gordish, as they call it. That was a new word for me when I heard it years ago. But just bogart their way over into your life, and into your business, and have no respect. But if you start teaching them at a young age, it's okay to have boundaries and set restrictions, set things, whatever, even if you're a child, and how to respect and carry themselves. But this has more of the big writing. Now, the one that I have, and like I said, for the young girls or whatever, and then the one that I have that I want to show that was for the adult, that one got took. But anyway, like I said, first off, in the series, like today, is the importance that you want to know as far as financially, when you look at making and creating journals on Amazon, through KDP on Amazon, is, Amazon is about marketing, it's about, sales. So they do have what they call royalties. And for if you don't know what royalties is, that is just like people that make songs and album, records and stuff. They have royalties that they get paid every time somebody order at a certain time. Those royalties are paid out to them, dividends, different things like that. When you go into buying stocks and bonds and things, from companies, you get that dividend or you get that payout, at a certain time. And so if it's money to be that's made and it's going to be paid out to the those stocks or bonds or whatever that's to be paid out. Some people get some little good checks, depending on how it's set up or whatever. But with the royalties, I'm not gonna go into all that detail because that's a whole nother thing. Because I'm just kind of chipping at it a little bit, But a lot of y'all do know what I'm talking about. With royalties, like I said, when somebody order your book, those royalties add up or whatever. They have a certain time that Amazon pays out for those royalties. So whatever you make, they do pay out. And I ordered myself, and I had a family member, I believe, that ordered, and I saw that that process is followed because I will test it. I did test it, so I know that it does work. Okay, but for you parents out there that have even yourself, But even if you have one child, two, I don't care how many, like you see a lot of YouTubers that are doing brand deals and different things like that, and they have a certain amount of time that those brands are going to pay out that money, or keep them on to pay out money. I don't necessarily know how all that works because I haven't had none of that set up yet. I haven't had any brand deals done yet, so I can't speak on that. But I can say as far as royalties, as long as that item is selling, you're gonna be getting it. So those of you that have a good following, take the time, ask God for the wisdom, the knowledge. Watch my series. You're gonna see my mistakes. You're gonna see some things that I do, and that's not intentionally. That is literally me doing it again because my desktop and everything that I was using is in the storage still. So I'm having to learn on a whole nother tablet. I'm having to use my phone. So I'm going through the process again, even though I have been through this process for 5, 6 times. I'm still going through the process new all over again because I'm having to use new stuff. I'm having all that I've been through. I've lost a lot of the information. I mean, the information that was right there for me, meaning when I did it, I knew it, and then I could go back and create and do another one because I had that time. Well, I don't necessarily have it now because, yeah, of course, I have started back working. So like I said, today is Thursday. I'm off today. So tomorrow I go back to work in a meeting, in a training, up training. Then Monday I have up training. I'm off Saturday. So Saturday I will be working on creating the next video. So it's basically going to be pretty quick, pretty live. As I'm having to create them, I'm have to hold them because I want them to be able to be available each step that has to be available and everything set up. So yeah, I have my guide and my information that I have to follow, to make sure that this is set up and done right and correctly so you don't struggle as much as I did. Some people still might struggle a little bit because, yeah, when you trying to get on the computer and you're trying to get around your household like it's set up, you're going to have your distractions, you're going to have things going on, but you're going to have to know how to just get through it because I'm going to tell you, when I start seeing a little bit of change come in from the royalties, yes, make sure that you are putting money aside so that when it comes tax time, you can pay your taxes. You don't want no problem with that. But like I said, if you got a good following and you come up with a good journal, and get it all set up and everything, just a basic journal, and get it set up, and you start letting everybody know, hey, this is my journal, I've done it, I've got it, and you're able to put a link. I'm going to do my best to show you even all the way to putting a link on YouTube. A link, not TikTok, I don't believe you can put a live link unless you have X amount of people. Then you might can put live links. I don't know about that, but I don't know how Instagram works because I don't do on Instagram myself. I just started back trying to do Instagram, and I just pretty much watch people's videos and subscribe to the ones I'm subscribed to on YouTube. Then I watch them on. I don't really watch all of them like on TikTok or Instagram, just one or the other or something like that, because I don't want to be overwhelmed with what I have to learn how to do myself in my own life. And you can't get overwhelmed when you're trying to watch people on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And a lot of times that's just little shorts off of the whole video, So some people you can, some you can't. I have 2 channels. I mean, I'd have one. I haven't even tried to even do anything with that channel besides watch everybody that I watch on YouTube. And this channel that I make my videos on, I don't have that many people on there because I don't always be able to watch videos. But sometimes that's a plus. I might go over there and still watch the video again repeatedly after I watched it on the one I usually watch on my TV. So that's a plus with everybody that I do that with, because I try to, to support. And then sometimes I that's just a channel that I want to watch people on, That's just how I do. But anyway, like I said, this series is going to be how to make, let me get back. I'm trying to get sick. How to create a journal for Amazon, using Canva and KDP, okay? Because you're going to be using Canva to create your journal for free. Now, if you want to go pro and you already got pro and you already know how to do whatever you want to use pro because that helps you. That's the benefit. That's the plus. I will be back using plus when I can afford plus. So Canva, I don't need y'all. If y'all just happen to stumble across and one of the employees or something happen to stumble across me, You know, I got to get to the point where I'm making income. And that's something that I have not done. I have not been making any income, not off of anything. So, you know, like I said in my previous video that I did, you know, whoever it is trying to make they're trying to block the money, you know, the money flow. But, you know, you just get it to God. He gonna work it out. He gonna take care of it. I'm not worried about it. But like I said, it's gonna be a series. It's gonna be probably approximately anywhere from 5 to 8 videos. Um, and then I will try to insert a playlist link so you can go in and watch the playlist if you want to just select the playlist and watch it that way. Everything for me is new because this is something that's going to be my first series because I've never done a series, okay? So, but like I said, the first thing is to know, you know, what do you want to do? Go out and take photos. You know, if you have a camera, even your phone, just use your phone. And you are able to get out and about. You're able to get out and do things. Then, you know, take some photos of something that you might want on your cover. You know, look at some of the journals in the stores. When you get out and about, go in Walmart and what is the different stores Targets and well, I'm maybe naming store people don't want to go in. But my apologies. But anyway, what is it? TJ Maxx. Different. It's different stores. It's so many Targets. It's you know it's like the other. There's plenty of other stores, but you know any store that you go in, Kohl's and I don't know if they even have Kmart's anymore. They might not even have them no more. I don't know. That's old. But anyway, you know just any store that you happen to go in and you see journals anywhere, just look at them. Look at the title of them. Look at how they and there are vendors that I am going to try to work with some vendors or a vendor. I do believe I have access still. I use iTasty. I bought a journal from iTasty, and she had her vendor available, and I think she still does. You just have to go on her page. I think I don't know if it's itasty.com or whatever on YouTube. She does all kinds of stuff, business stuff. She does vendors and what else does she do? She do vendors. She do wholesale with makeup and all that kind of good stuff. And I watched that young girl for a long time. You hear me? And I think now she's back to making videos on YouTube. But I do want to get into do her business course. I think she do have a business course that she opened up every now and then or something like that. I don't know. But when I get to where I'm in a financial moment that I can just push something through, that's how I have to do, and I say the same thing for you. Start out free, whatever you can free. Don't feel bad about it. If you got a following, once you get everything set up and done and you get your journal created and you get it live on YouTube, test the link out on YouTube under your video and see if you can go to it. Usually after you've had your YouTube anywhere, I think over like 3 months, then you're able to do live videos or live links. So if you have never had a YouTube channel and you're just starting out doing YouTube, and I advise you go ahead and do it. Get that channel going because I don't know if it's still like that or not. I know it was a certain length of time. You may have to just Google it and see, and see if there is some information anywhere that says anything about live links, so you may be able to contact them. But I know that it used to be, I do believe that you had to be like 3 months or something like that before they would allow you to have live links on your channel. And that's like if you have a little blue link, you go to somebody's page and you hit that more and it opens up and you see all this writing, you see all these links and stuff like that, and you click on one and go and open up the page on the next page or whatever. That's a live link. But if you click on it and it don't do, they either didn't put it in there correctly or they may not. They may be just the way it is, or it's not able to be live until the channel is there for so long. But you can, because you go on mine, you go into my videos and things like that, you go in there and you click on those links. So you go on it may be the community tab, where I be posting sometimes. You go in there and you click on one of those links, it should take you right over to Amazon. And that's the way yours should do. So test it out, test it, open it, click it, and see if it opens up. And the same way clicking it opens up for me, it should open up for you once you create your journal, okay? And then, hit me up, send me a message in the comment, hey, I followed your series, I got a journal up, and, put the, I don't know if you can put the link in the comments or not. I don't know how you do that or whatever, but you can at least let me know what your channel name is. I can go to your channel and I can go in there and test it, see how I do, and, See if I put my little $5 on there and get some too. But it depends, because you can set your journal at different prices. And I say, with the market today, and we're not gonna keep looking at the excuse of everything being so high, and we can't afford. We're not gonna keep talking in negative language. We're gonna speak. We're gonna afford what we want to afford. We're gonna afford what we want to afford when we want to afford it. That's just the way it's gonna be, But I'm not saying be ridiculous, and it's not no get rich quick scheme either. Okay, but like I was saying earlier, those of you that's got young children and everything, this is something that even you can make journals for your children. With little kids, whatever, something. 5, 6 kids, 9, 10, 20 kids, you know what I mean? Just something for that will represent your children or children in the world. And, anything that you see that's beautiful, and it's still in a way that it protects your children, it protects your family. But whatever you want that covering to look like, and pray about it, that every time somebody purchases, their household is blessed. And that's the way I do of everything. And I know the devil's trying to guard that, because he don't want people to see that God can bless them. Just God is not in a book. God is living. That's why that man died, when he reached out and tried to grab to keep the ark from falling. He reached out and he died. God is not he's not no dead God. He's a living God. Okay, so he's everywhere. He's in us. He's in you. He's in me. He's everywhere. So you just pray. Just pray about it and worry about it. And yeah, my necklace is another thing. I think somebody got me for my necklace. Yeah. That I have on Teespring, or Spring. But anyway, first sit down and look within yourself. Why do I want to create a journal? What will I get out of it? And look at what you see, what you like in the journals that you see in the stores, just basic journals. And you look at the covers, what is it that cover attracted you to it? What is it inside of that journal that attracted you to it? Now, with KDP, you can only do the basic. So, I'm going to let you know that now. You can only do the basic. So, you do have to go through a vendor or somebody like that if you want something more fancy, more like the spiral that I have, the one that's on Spring. I have to get that one ordered. That one has a spiral, just like I Tasted has the spiral, the one that I ordered from her. That's another one that I cannot find. So they could be together. Well, I'm telling somebody got me. I don't know, because I can't find that one either. They could have got me for both of them. I don't know. But I do believe I had started writing. That don't mean it won't tear out the first page too, and I really felt blessed with it. I really did. I loved it. And I'm just excited, to see somebody, the effort that they're making to put something out there. You know what I mean? That's beneficial. We need to stop looking at who it is and, the color of their skin and all that, or what's going to go in their pocket. It is just a horrible, horrible thing going on with this pocket watching. This watches, you making $5 more than me. I don't like that. That I'm praying that God do away with that, because, we should all be happy that we all are able to afford to take care of ourselves. That's the point. But what I'm meaning to say is that for you young mothers out there, it don't matter if you ain't got but one child, to however many that you have, that is something that you can do, is make and create a journal, a beautiful journal, however, whatever you put on it, and it's a basic journal. Or you can, like I said, you can go through a vendor. I don't have a vendor right now. Like I mentioned, I Tasted, she does have a vendor. So you can go on her page and find that out if you want to go through a vendor. And get a journal made. Get it set up and made to where you get royalties, and that will be something that lasts forever. You understand what I'm saying? That will last forever for your family, for your children, to get some kind of money coming to you every month outside of just YouTube, or outside of just whatever other ways, because we already know that, any kind of way that anybody find out you got income coming in, they're going to do what they can to start trying to find a way to attack it. But like I said, I do have these two, and this one, it just has this weird texture, and this one is just slick. You can see it's shiny. And like I said, in the other one, I don't know where it's at, and then the one that I got from my Tasty, I don't know where that one's at. And so I'm going to have to keep doing some digging. I don't know, because I pretty much got, no, did I bring them with me? I'll have to think, because I'm not going to sworn I know I brought them with me. So either they in something somewhere of hers that I haven't ran across, and I think we went through everything. I could have left them in my storage. They could be in my main storage for all I know. I hope not. But anyway, y'all don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like I said, this series is going to be about anywhere from 5 to 8 videos. And this is the first part of it. Is if you're really serious and you want to make journals, you want to learn how to make journals, you're going to get better than I am. You keep practicing and keep practicing and keep doing and everything. And like I said, once you get that journal created and you get it live on Amazon, and you just start letting your followers know, like you said, a lot of people doing merch. They do cups and outfits and things like that. I have cups. I have hoodies, t-shirts, socks, bags, different stuff on Spring. And I know eventually it will start to profit. It will start to bring the income, and then whatever other steps that God has for me to do with that income, not just for me to be able to pay my bills or eat or sleep healthy, and better. It's going to be other things that he has aligned with that too, because it's not just for me. You understand what I'm saying? That's how God is. That's why he didn't make just one. He started out with one, but he didn't make just one. Okay? So, that's to keep the world going around, because that's what he loved. That's why he said, be fruitful and multiply, because that's what he loves. But anyway, y'all, I ain't been here long enough. Y'all don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe my channel. It's Sherwin Vibe. I should have said that at the beginning, but I did not. If you like hanging with me, keep hanging. I appreciate that. I love it. And if you're new here, welcome. For those that have been here with me, riding and rocking with me for the longest, thank y'all and keep coming back. And please don't forget to share my channel. If you can support me, I do have super thanks. I don't know why every time I start out, I can't remember that. But anyway, I have super thanks. I have spring items. Now I've been able to get my journals back, and then I'm going to be creating this journal series. So from the basic, if I can do it, you can do it. And trust and believe, you're going to see me from the raw. Now I'm going to have to teach you pretty much, what I'm doing, I'm going to have to go in and I'm going to have to edit out a lot of stuff, because I'm going through the full raw thing. Okay, and so I got some information that don't nobody need. I don't have time for nobody be on there trying to hack nothing up, mess nothing up, none of that kind of stuff, and mess with my Gmails and everything. But anyway, y'all have a blessed and wonderful day, and y'all don't forget to say today, something wonderful is going to happen for me today. Okay, something wonderful is going to happen for me today, and don't forget, whatever direction you're going in, make sure it's the right direction. Okay, if it's not, ask God to help turn that thing around, get it going in the right direction. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day.